One of the big stories for today, RFK Jr. as the next head of the Health and Human Services Department, drawing mixed reaction. Many upset following his skepticism of vaccines. He has stated in the past that vaccines cause autism, among other things. We also know that Trump's new policy will call for policing food additives and perhaps changing fluoride in the water. Joining us now to discuss all things surrounding that is Dr. Yalda Safai back here on the Live Zone. Doctor, always good to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, so let's jump right into this. Any truth to any of RFK Jr.'s claims that vaccines can cause autism?
Oh my gosh. I mean, this has been debunked over and over again. I don't think it's even worth shedding light or giving it any more attention. What we know is vaccines are proven to be safe. We have decades of research behind this, and vaccines have been called one of the greatest public health achievements of our time. So let's not revisit that topic again. Vaccines are safe and effective.
All right. Well, okay. I just had to ask. I mean, he's about to hit this department, so we got to pose that question. We also know that he has said that COVID-19 vaccines, or COVID, I should say, it was ethnically targeted. Any truth to that in your mind?
Absolutely not. I mean, he said a lot of things that are bizarre. And the problem is when you make a bizarre statement, the first time you hear it, someone hears it, it might sound bizarre to them. But if you preach it enough times, they're going to start believing it. And to have somebody who spreads so much misinformation is in a position of power is concerning for that very reason. And Guy, I want to make a statement here. This whole Make America Healthy Again movement, in my belief, is a distraction. It's a distraction from the bigger problems we're having. The fact of the matter is we don't have affordable health care. We don't have safe, effective, accessible health care. We have prescription drug cost problem that's very high. Instead of focusing on these minute non-issues and conspiracy theories, it might be a better idea to shift our focus to things that we really need. Maybe not destroying the environment that we need for food security, maybe expanding Medicare and Medicare access. So I just want to say that I think this whole Make America Healthy Again movement is a distraction. It's so much easier to distract people from bigger issues than to actually tackle those big issues.
So, Doctor, with that being said, I'm curious then, how do you feel knowing that RFK Jr. will now head the HHS? I mean, that's a big deal, and that's something that, in essence, he's going to set the tone to which many will now follow.
Exactly. I mean, he will oversee 13 different health agencies. It's a big, powerful position. And like I mentioned, having somebody who focuses on Reddit conspiracy theories and non-issues in that place of power might be a tremendous impediment to progress in that arena. I mean, I think if he is able to execute every single thing that he said he would, the best case, we don't have any progress in terms of public health for the next 4 years. In the worst case, we have a regression of a lot of the achievements that we've had in the last century. It really depends on how much power he has and how much, he will follow through on the claims he's made.
All right. Well, I should add that in a study verified Twitter accounts from 2021, researchers found that Kennedy's personal Twitter account was the top super spreader of vaccine misinformation. And so we should actually highlight that as well. He has also made mention that the flu vaccine may be to blame for a condition, a neurological disorder. And yet again, as a doctor, I'm curious your take on that.
See, I just want to say something about medications as a whole, and vaccines are no exception. There are risks and benefits to every single thing. When deciding whether to vaccinate someone or to take a pill, we weigh the risks versus the benefits. In terms of vaccines, the benefits far outweigh any risk. In a minute population of people, there have been side effects or a condition called GBS that's basically a neurological problem. It is very rare, but it's a risk that comes with vaccines. So vaccines are no exception. We always weigh the risks versus the benefits. And the benefits here in terms of any vaccine far outweighs any risk.
All right. Well, you heard it. Dr. Yalda Safai joining us right here on the Fox 5 Live Zone. Truly appreciate your time, ma'am.
Thank you for having me again. Have a good day.